you have questions for Coach, again, please use the hand raise function and wait to be called on. We will start with Ryan Shumpert.
Did you guys get the results back from Freddie's MRI, and what's his status going into the games next week?
You know what, Ryan, I'm just telling you off the top of my head, I think that what I heard, it was a partial tear in his plantar fasciitis down there. But I haven't even asked him about timetable yet. I think it varies on the degree of where it was partially torn. But other than that, I don't know what to tell you. That's kind of right now all I can remember them telling me about it.
Go to Mike Wilson.
Rick, you've played in a lot of these preseason tournaments in the past. Have you been in one with a more stacked field than this one that you can remember?
You know what, Mike? It's funny you say that. When I walked back over on Hawaii's campus today, back in, I think it was 86, 85, the year I was at Ohio State, we came over and played, I think it was called the Rainbow Classic at the time. And I remember it being talked about that there was like 4 of the 6 teams who were all ranked, I'd forgot all about that until I walked back on campus and deja vu kind of came back. But as a head coach, I know, I mean, I don't know if you could get one better than where the teams are playing right now, and all of them are, geared up to have a pretty good year.
Ben McKee.
Rick, with Zakai and Santi both missing the preseason for different reasons, obviously, do you feel like they're still trying to knock the rust off, or is it adjusting to also playing with Dalton and Jordan?
It's probably a little bit of both. I would think. I think both of them really enjoy playing with Justin and Jordan. Dalton and Jordan. I would say that, but I do think Z coming back is, for him it's different. Santi, I know that he went through a very tough emotional time, even before he left, and but I really think they've adjusted, and I would tell you they all, no question, want to. They've embraced them as well as you can, and but I'm thinking about still ourselves here, because Z's still under that time restriction that we're trying to keep him under, and still trying to get the minutes and the rotations the way we need to get them, and we got other guys that we believe that are going to get into the rotation. I mean, as we go forward, every game we feel like we need to get Tobey more minutes. Someone asked the other night about, will we play the 2 big guys together, and we fully think that's going to happen at some point in time. We're going to do that, but it's just still as we go through here, I think this tournament's going to be good, and we'll come out of this with a lot of the answers that you all and we as a coaching staff probably have.
Ryan.
Yeah, just with playing 3 days or 3 games in 3 days, what does that do, changing, or does it do anything changing how much Zakai is going to be able to play game in, game out?
Again, I haven't talked to Chad about, I think the last game he was around 19 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't know if he's going to tell me he's going to go to 22 or 23, somewhere in there, to be quite frank, I'd like to, we'd like to, early in the year here, like to keep as many guys around the 20, those key guys, 27, 28 minutes. But you're in a tournament, you do what you have to do. And, but again, I think tomorrow we just got back and we did a more shooting workout today, and we'll start our 2-day out prep. Really, we'll do it tonight because, we got these early games here, we get up early, and so we're going to have to change up some things, but we're going to see, I guess, as we go through it, but we're counting on our depth to help us here.
Mike.
Yeah, Rick, I know you said you don't have a firm timetable on Freddie, but safe to say he's out for Maui and probably some time after that now.
Yeah, I would think that's a fair assessment, but I should have asked Chad before I came in, but I just know that talking to when I was there, when the results came back the other day, they thought could be a week and a half, is what they said. And from there, it would depend on his progression and what he can do. He'd been having some problems with it, and he'd trying to push through, everything he could. But during the game, he just said he felt something pop, and it was, he partially tore it.
Secondly, how unique is Dalton's path? Just a guy who goes from JUCO to another college to a Power 5 program and then has the impact he has once he gets there.
I do think it's unique. I think we're going to start seeing more and more stories like this, though. I think, there's guys that have, Andy Katz was telling me today, some kid at, started out at George Mason, then I think, did he go to Marquette and somewhere? I think he had some similar path, and I think he was player of the year in the Big East, has a chance to do it again. And I think we're going to see more stories with guys doing what Dalton has done. And, he certainly has he's pushed all the right buttons with our guys. I mean, they really respect him, and they know that we need him. They know that he brings us something. He's been able to take pressure off players, certainly because of the fact that he does have a knack to score the ball and willing to take shots and can create some tough shots for himself. But I admire him because of the fact is during the recruiting process, he says, I know I've got to get better defensively, and I know you'll hold me accountable, and he's embraced that part of it. And offensively, it'll get tougher for him as it goes because he's going to continue to get game plan for in ways that he never has. But I think what's going to help him is he's going to have those other guys to help carry him when he's getting that kind of attention. And he made a couple of great passes the other night when he was starting to get double teamed, and all that's going to probably. I'm sure he's been double teamed in the past, but he's going to get more attention now than he ever has once he gets the ball in certain areas of the court.
Ben?
Rick, the other night, Tobey thought that they just needed to be more intentional about putting a body on a body when it comes to rebounding and doing that more consistently. Is that kind of what you see that needs to happen with the rebounding taking the next step?
Well, I will tell you, they after seeing it on tape, they shot we got pursuit, but you know what? We didn't block out. Guys turn and win, and we told them that they were going to shoot a bunch of threes. How many, we didn't know. I don't know if we told them they were going to shoot close to 38, 40, whatever it was. So we were running past the ball, and we got to check first. And we were just going again, but with long shots, there's going to be long rebounds, and but Tobey obviously has a great way of going to get it, but the problem was it's just, again, we were going, but we should have been checking first. We didn't have to go. We ran under the ball more than we should have.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much for your time.
All right, thank you guys.